Welcome to week 3. We're going to combine week 1 and 2 and turn it into a nice little stretch flow, which you're going to be repeating down until you get the splits. So we're going to start off with some nerve floss. So you remember from week 2, we're going to bend our body to 90 degrees and we're going to lift up our heels and do that for 30 seconds. Cool. Take about 15 seconds break. Then we're going to do that again. I'm just going to turn around to give you guys different angles, just so you guys can see for reference point. Put my timer on. 30 seconds. Bend. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 10 more seconds. From our nerve floss, we're going to go straight into our toe touches. So feel free to stretch upwards and then slowly bring yourself down. Remember, stretch as far as you can. If you can only touch your knee, hold on to there. But I'm hoping by week 3, you will allow yourself to progress, whether either touching your ankles, down to your toes, and down to the floor. I'm going to put my timer on for 30 seconds. I'm just going to hold. Don't forget to breathe through. Three, 2, 1. Nice. From our toe touch, we're going to slowly walk our way into the upwards downward dog and hold that for 20 seconds. Remember to push through your arms and push your heel down as far as possible. Adjust yourself if you find yourself slipping. And then now we're going to go into our 10 alternate legs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Safely come down into a cobra. Use this to stretch out your back. And then into a child's pose. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And now, let's do some hip circles. We're just going to go round in circles and do 10 on each side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, into our 90-90 position, so sat down. Remember, we're going to push through our hips and really feel that stretch. Activate your glutes, activate what you need to, but we are not doing. Okay? So let's actually do 20 so that we're giving our legs 10 of each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From your 90-90s, get ready to lay down. We're just going to do our lion hip rotation, which is just flat on your back, lifting one knee towards you, foot to your knee, and pushing it down to get that hip stretch. 30 seconds, bring your knee in, other leg, grab and push down. Legs, 30 seconds. Now, whilst we're on the floor, let's go ahead and do our nerve glides. So bringing your knee towards your chest, and we're just going to straighten it out and do 10 of this. Reminder, if all you can do is hold on to it like this far and stretch it out this, that's absolutely fine as long as you feel the stretch. But let's really use our muscle-mind connection. Let us use our muscles to really engage and stretch it out. So let's do 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For this week, you will learn like stretches that your body absolutely loves, stretches that your body needs a little bit more work on. There's some things that you might want to repeat 2 times, 3 times. You will know what feels best for your body. Like for instance, you all know I love the front pose, so sometimes I can sit in there unintentionally for like minutes. Sometimes I might want to repeat the nerve glides or do a little extra for my toe touches just to feel that stretch on my hamstrings. So as time progresses, you will know where your body is a little bit more flexible or where it needs extra attention. So really look out for this during week 3 and 4, especially as we will start holding the splits. So you really want to prepare your legs, your body, mentally and physically. So I might be doing this twice, you might have to do this 3 times at home, but you will know your body best. So we're gonna do the bent and toe touches, 30 seconds, really be intentional, activate those muscles, activate your legs. I'm gonna use the back of my foot to really support me so I can push down as deep as possible so I can really get the maximum effect of this hamstring stretch. 10 seconds. And you will also notice the more you repeat this, let's say the second time, I am so much more flexible. Like the first time I did it, I was maybe up here. And now after 30 seconds of doing that, I can be able to bring my body a little bit lower. So I'm going to repeat the same from the other side. 30 seconds, using the back of my foot to really push me down. Breathing through the stretches. And allow myself to just melt and enjoy the stretch. This 30 seconds is given, I didn't even set my timer. Okay, I didn't. Let's pretend that was 30 seconds. I'm sure it was. And toe touches. Now it's time to choose your stretch. You can either do your lion butterfly or your seated butterfly. I'm gonna go for the seated ones. I'm gonna do a couple flyaways because you already know what's coming next. It's that frog pose or your baby pose banana. But I'm gonna encourage you guys to do the frog pose because mark my words, even if you hate it right now, you will thank me later. So let's hold this for a couple seconds. So with my butterfly, what I'm doing, I'm really forcing my leg muscles, really pushing it down, but also holding on to my toes so I can go from here to just really pushing it down. Let's hold it for another 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you're not comfortable with your frog pose, remember, like I said, you can do your lion butterfly, or the alternative, which is baby pose banana, where you can move your body left to right, or just hold it and just sit here using your elbow to push this down to get that stretch. But we're not quitters, so let's get into our frog pose. Again, if you also want to practice this, you can maybe just do one leg. So rather than just focus on one leg, maybe just push that down. Like a half a frog. Like that. So I'm not actually activating that hip, I'm just focusing on this one. But we're baddies. So let's do them both. Oh, feels so good. Am I still in the frame? So if you're up here, let's hold up for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allow yourself to melt. Push through even. Like, I love doing like a little dynamics with this. Like using my arms, my body to like push myself deeper into that frog. Oh, honestly. Let's just melt. Let me put that time on for 30 seconds. Take a nap. seconds. If you're comfortable with your frog and you want a little more intensity, you can use your hand to support you and just lift up one leg, then the other. Slowly come up, push yourself off, come out. Moving on to our last two stretches. Then we're going to do some split holds. So that's going to be the half split and the lean-in lounge, or also low lounge. So let's get into our lean-in low lounge position. Again, we want to push through the hips. Use your blocks for support. Really allow your legs to drop down like your hip. So sometimes this knee might push up just so I can really get that elevated stretch. But feel like you want to feel this, because we're going to do some stretch holds today, this week. I'm going to put my timer on, even though I've been holding this already for 10 seconds. Nice. Push through. Again, play around with what feels nice. You might right now be like here because you're like, no. If you need to be up and bring yourself a little bit more so you can actually breathe. And whilst you're in the stretch position, you might find yourself feeling a little bit more comfortable. You can bring your hand to the other side. That's 30 seconds. And what we're gonna do, straight away, go into the half split on whichever leg is in front. So with the half split, you can flex your foot. I like to point it and really push my body down into my knee. Seconds, swap legs. Go straight into your half split. That's 30 seconds. Now let's get ready to do some split holds. So this is why I will encourage you guys, whether you're at the gym, at home, have some blocks, stack up some books. You might need something stronger than a pillow. I'm not gonna lie, the pillow might be too soft. Obviously I'm on a slippery surface that allows me to slide a little bit easier. If you're on a carpet, just be a little bit cautious. So you can either use, I'm trying to think what you can use at home, because I'll be honest, when I was stretching, I did do it on the carpet. I'm trying to think, what did I use? You might have to use a lot more muscle strength if you are on carpet, like picking up your foot to be able to get the glide. Or, you know that slidey, you can maybe get some of that on Amazon. I will look for it and I will tag it. But let's not use anything to discourage us. I'll be honest, when it comes down to splitting, I prefer to do it off the yoga mat, just so I can really just allow myself to glide. But before we get into the split position, I'm going to do some P&F split holds. So we've already just stretched out, we've done our half splits, we've done our knee and lounge. So what we're going to do, we're going to slowly hold where you can. Even if you can do the splits right now, don't go into it. We're just going to hold in a P&F just to sort of prepare our hips and our hamstrings that we are going to do this. So let's just hold that for about 20 seconds. With P&F depends, you can either do it by going in first with your hips and then slowly stretching out your half split into a full. And then what you want to do, rather than being over here, which is what a lot of you guys might do at home, slowly try and bring your support to what, like almost like shoulder length or shoulder position, and just hold that. Hold it for another 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you can lift from your split. Let's give ourselves 15 seconds break. We're going to do that again. P&F splits holds. And then the third one, we're going to go down as low as our bodies will allow. So, again, as you get comfortable, you'll be able to alternate, but some people like to kickstart their splits by opening up their hips like this, let's say the knee and lounge, and then allowing their bodies to stretch forward. Hold. So what happens is eventually your body will want to stretch out even more and go down, but right now, let's just keep that here. I'm going to start the timer whilst I'm actually in that 30 seconds. Seconds. I know at home you may not be down straight away, so even if you're up here, this is where, like I said, upper body will play a little bit of a part as well, because you have to obviously hold yourself up. I know you might be a little bit down here. Like I said, try and bring yourself as close to, let's say, like your bum area, like your hips, if you are even holding the support in, and then just hold up to as far as you can go. Let's do some middle splits. So straddle stretch, open up as wide as you can. If you have a partner or someone at home, get them to partner up by putting one of their legs on each side and pulling you down. That will also be 1 in 10 stretch. But if you're at home, you can just stretch out your leg as wide as you can, and then using your arms to just push through. And wherever you are, you can also use your blocks or your weights for support. So again, I'm gonna push through. Might even need to lift up your booty if you got a lot of junk in the trunk. And then wherever you are, you can use your block. So if you're here, just hold on to that, and then like you would in the frog pose, slowly be able to bring your body closer to the floor. So let's hold this again for about 30 seconds. Seconds. So have a quick 30 seconds break. I'm gonna do the middle split one last time, and then that's a wrap, guys. That will finalize week 3. Mind you, I've done a whole workout. I've trained glutes and hamstrings, and now I'm doing this stretch. All because of you. Oh. Hold, go stretch down as far as you can. If you're not down there yet, push through your hips, put your hand behind your back. If you can get yourself at least a little like degrees, just hold where you can. I'm gonna push down a little bit just so I can feel a little bit more of the stretch. 30 seconds. And this is why we don't skip our photo. Well done to you for coming back for week 3 and for finishing week 3 stretch routine. I know this week you will feel it. This week a lot of people will be commenting saying, girl, my body. So definitely listen to your body. Of course, part of this challenge is to stretch every single day, at least 15 minutes. But if you can't do every single day because your body is either in pain or you've got live adulting, please let us at least aim for 4 times. I might settle for 3 times. Of course, there's little things as well, like every single day does not have to be that intense. You might not, let's say, do the splits hold every day this week, but you can at least do the stretch routines, you can at least do the half split, the kneeling lounge, you can at least do some frog poses, you can at least do little things that will help still improve your flexibility every single day. But yes, that was really, really good. Really proud of you at home for following along. Please be sure to tag me on Instagram or drop me a message on Instagram or TikTok. My DMs are open. But I hope you enjoyed this week's stretch routine, and I will see you for week 4, which will be the final week of this September splits challenge. We are going to be upping the times. So that 50 minutes might feel like 20 minutes sometimes, because obviously we're going to be holding some of these stretch routines a little bit longer. But more or less, week 4 would just be another extension of this week 3, which is just combining all of the splits routine and just doing some more PNF stretches. But yes, thank you guys so much for following along. Like, you guys have also held me accountable. I didn't want to wake up, I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. I didn't want to go gym, I didn't want to stretch. But I thought, I can't let people down. So you guys have been my motivation. Thank you. Thank you so much. Very, very nice.